Hi friends! So I'm giving you like real kind of 80s vibes with this hair today, I feel. This hair is a little crazy. I'm a little stressed because I just posted my Tana Mojo video and I'm not sure how it's going to be perceived, so hi. Today I just really, if you haven't checked that out yet, it's probably been up for about 2 days now, so check it out. Today, I wanted to give you guys kind of like a buyer gift guide sort of thing. I know a lot of you might have people in your life that like love makeup so much and you're just not really sure what to buy them. You kind of want to surprise them. I know my boyfriend has no idea ever what to get me. My mom, my parents have no idea. So I kind of made this for people who might not know the best things to get their loved ones who are makeup lovers. So I wanted to make this little video. I separated it into 3 categories of kind of lower price stuff, medium price stuff, and then pricey stuff. The reason I did that was because, first of all, the lower price stuff is still about 20 bucks. I capped it, I think at like 25 was low. Just because if you are buying from Sephora, it's hard to find something that's under $20. So I kind of tried to keep it in that range. If you would like me to do a drugstore version of this video, let me know down below and I'd be happy to kind of go through things at the drugstore. Those would all be cheaper options. These are kind of, if you're looking to spend a little bit of cash on someone, these are kind of the things that you could look at. So yeah, we're going to get into it. This is my little rainbow shirt. We're gonna get into it, and yeah, let's just talk about some makeup to buy. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, let's start in the low category. So this stuff is all $25 or under, which some of it's a really good deal. I try to pick things that I thought were kind of versatile for people. So the first thing is the Sephora, and I'll include pictures, is the Sephora Puff and Shine body powder. So this is huge. First of all, I didn't realize how big it was. It's a very big like carton. It is online only, so you would have to place the order online, but usually Sephora stuff will get to you within a week, so you still have time before Christmas to buy this. It's just like a huge pink packaging, and you open it up, and it's just like glitter. It's literally just a thing of glitter. But the reason this is kind of cool is because it can go in your hair, it can go on your face, it can go all over your body, and a lot of people really like having loose glimmer like all over them. I know I have the Cover FX spray, which I love. It looks like this. And this, it kind of gives a similar effect, but this is really expensive. And that puff glitter is going to be really, really pretty, especially if it's like a younger girl. I know kind of trends with makeup are different as you age. So if you're a younger girl, glitter is huge. And you can use it on your eyes as a loose glitter. So I think that's a really versatile gift, and I would recommend that. The next thing I would recommend is the Sephora blush kit. I own Sephora blushes and love that. Where is it? Can I find it right now? I don't really want to look for it right now, but I own a Sephora blush, and I really, really, really love the formula. Sephora products, I guess there's only 2. But Sephora blushes are actually, like, really impressively good for the price. I think this blush kit was only $16, their holiday blush kit, and it's really beautiful. There's 4 different shades, so you get a lot of options to kind of, like, pick from, and for somebody who doesn't maybe have a lot of blushes, or if you've noticed that they don't have a ton of face products like highlights, blushes, stuff like that, this would be a really, really, really good option because I think one of the blushes is shimmer, so it can be used for like a highlight. So I think that was a really good option. Next thing I wanted to talk about is the Smashbox Photo Strip Highlighting Palette. It has a bunch of different shades in it. Some of them could definitely be used as blushes and some of them could be used as highlights, but it's only $22 and you get 5 highlights, which I think is a really fantastic deal, even if they are a little bit smaller. When it comes to powders, they last such a long time. I find that buying it in the mini doesn't even like make a difference. So having smaller powders is not always a bad thing. It probably means they're just going to use it more. And I think for $22, that's such a steal to be able to buy something from Smashbox, which is a really high-end, it's like a medium-end brand. So to be able to buy something from Smashbox and also to have like those highlights, and I've tried Smashbox highlights and I really, really like them as well. So I would definitely recommend picking that one up if you're looking for like a lower priced option. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is the Lash Delight Eye Essentials little kit from Tarte. This one is something that like I personally want. Like I put this on my Christmas list. You get a mini Tarteist Tarteist mascara, which I love the Tarteist mascara. It was my first ever high-end mascara that I bought, and I'm just absolutely obsessed with it. Like I think it's so cute. And it also comes with this it's like one of these eyelash curlers, but it's all bedazzled and blinged out, and it's a really professional one. And I don't know if you guys know about Tarte eyelash curlers. They're actually like really bougie and nice. Like they're actually really pretty, and I would definitely recommend the Tarte eyelash curler and that mascara separately. So to get a mini of the Tarte mascara and a big full size of the curler for 20 bucks, was kind of a steal. I think this would be perfect for pretty much any age because everyone wears mascara. So I would definitely recommend this one. I think this is like a really, really good deal. Okay, the last thing I wanted to talk about is the Benefit Get the Party Started palette. So this comes with a Hoola bronzer, a California blush, and a What's Up highlighter, which are kind of 3 staples from the Benefit collection. This thing is only $20. It is small, I will say. It's smaller than you're going to think it is. But for what you're getting, like I said, kind of with the Smashbox thing, the powders last so long. And nobody really needs like a full-size powder unless you use it every single, like I have full-size stuff, obviously. But most of my blushes I'll probably never finish. So having the smaller sizes is not a bad thing. And also Benefit is a really awesome brand. And just to be able to buy stuff that has like, I don't think they're cruelty free though. So if somebody in your life is cruelty free, I wouldn't buy this one. But if they're not cruelty free, the Hoola bronzer is like a staple for any makeup lover. I have the California blush and I absolutely love it. It's a beautiful like tangerine blush. I haven't tried the What's Up highlighter, but I've heard that it's pretty good. And I think for this set and the deal that you're getting, $20 is a really, really, really good deal for that. So yeah, that's everything on that list for the low side. Now we're going to kind of get into more medium products. So this I tried to cap at like $35 to $40. So the first thing I have is the Huda Beauty mini palettes. Now I have a Huda Beauty palette. I have the textured rose gold palette and I absolutely am obsessed with her shadows. She just came out with a bunch of mini palettes, so they're about this big, and they have 9 pans in them, but they have a lot of product from what I've seen in reviews, and I'm probably going to pick one up when the hype dies down and they stop selling out, but the reviews look so awesome for these palettes, especially for the colorful one, the bright color one. I would honestly recommend getting the bright color one just because so many people already have neutrals and warm tones, and especially if it's a makeup lover that you're buying for. So to get them something with a bright shade or even the cool tone shades, because not a lot of people have those, I think is going to be more beneficial to them and less of like stuff they already have. Huda Beauty is a really cool brand. And I just think like this is kind of a hot ticket item right now. So if you can get your hands on one for the holiday season, I think you definitely should. Like, why not? Next thing I want to talk about is the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paints. So these just came out as well. I personally am a firm believer that every girl should have like a really stunning red lipstick. I am going to be purchasing this in the future, but I'm saving up some money right now to make like a big purchase all at once to use my $25 off for being a VIB Rouge at Sephora. So I'm going to be purchasing that soon if you guys want to see a review. But the Fenty Beauty Stunner Lip Paint has just gotten so many amazing reviews, and it's just like the most perfect red that you could ever imagine. Like the red is truly so, so pretty and so bright and vibrant. And so far everything I've bought from Fenty I've really loved. And for $24, that's kind of a steep price for a lipstick. That's why I put it in the medium range, because you're not getting as much. But I'm pretty sure every girl wants like a really stunning Taylor Swift like red lipstick lip. So I think this would be a really cool option. Okay, so next I wanted to talk about the Tartelette Flirt. This one I do recommend because I think travel size palettes are really cool. Like they're a cool option. This is kind of for a person who, if they maybe travel for work a lot, or if you go to a lot of music festivals, because I know I go to a lot of music festivals and I really need those. If you go to a lot of music festivals, if you just travel a lot for fun, this is a really good palette for people who travel because it's small. It has 6 shades in it, but it's all like everything you would need to ever create any sort of warm tone look. And I think that's really cool. Tarte shadows too are some of my absolute favorite shadows. They're just so pigmented and nice, and they work really well, they blend really well. And so for $23, you're getting the 6 shades and kind of a travel size compartment, and I think this would be a really good thing for any girl that likes to travel and kind of do fun things. So the next thing is the Kat Von D Metal Crush Highlighting Palette. This is going for about $34 or $36, so like I said, it is a little bit more expensive, but this is supposed to be really exciting and really good. Kat Von D has never come out with highlighters before. She's come out with stuff that people have used as highlighters, but it's going to be really interesting to see the formula. What I've heard so far is that it's really good, but we kind of don't know yet. So this is kind of going to be an interesting one, and I think a lot of people have this one on kind of their like watch list. And the colors are really interesting, really cool, and pretty much everything Kat Von D does is like super impressive and super cool. So I feel like that's going to be a really, really good gift to give someone in your life who loves makeup. The last thing in the medium price range is the ABH blush kits. This is like on my list too. Again, all of these things are kind of stuff that like I want, or I've heard other people on like Reddit and stuff talking about wanting. The ABH blush kit is their first time coming out with something like this. It's a similar format to the glow kits, but it's a smaller palette, and it's only $30. You get 4 blushes, and kind of like what I said with the with the Sephora blush kit. But these are probably a little bit like better formula, a little bit more high end. But if you're really looking for like a new blush or you don't have a lot of powders, this is going to be a really good option for you. There is an option for darker skin tones too, which I love that they did that. They did one for light skin tones and one for darker skin tones. And I think that's really awesome when brands can be more inclusive. So this blush kit's kind of open to anyone, and for $30, I think that's a fantastic deal for 4 Anastasia Beverly Hills blushes. I think you can't really go wrong with that gift for pretty much anyone. So now we're going to move into the more high-end stuff. I understand this is where some of you will click off the video because makeup can be really expensive. Even the higher-end stuff I did not put things that were crazy. I did not put things that were too ridiculously. I tried to keep everything about $60 or below, I think. I don't think anything was above like $65. So this is kind of like if you're like a mom and you want to buy your daughter something, if you're a boyfriend and you want to buy your girlfriend something, that's kind of what this is for. I wouldn't buy any of this for like my friends, like my girlfriends. I wouldn't buy any of this stuff because it's pretty expensive. So this is kind of just for if you're willing to spend a little bit more money on makeup or you have the budget to do so. This is the stuff I would recommend. So the first is the Natasha Denona 5-pan palettes. Natasha Denona, I've talked about this in my anti-haul when I was talking. I anti-hauled a couple of things from her. But the 5-pan palettes, I've actually owned one, and I actually really, really enjoyed it. I ended up returning it because it wasn't colors that I made the mistake of buying a blue eyeshadow palette because I was like, oh, I don't have any blues, so I'm going to spend this much money, but I'm going to get colors I don't have. But the reason I don't have any blues is because I don't wear blue eyeshadow, so I returned it. But I would buy another one. They just don't sell them near me, and I don't know. So they're really fantastic, and they are a bit pricey, but because it's Natasha Denona shadows, a lot of people just want to try them because they're so kind of intriguing because they're so expensive. So I think buying one of those for somebody, you really can't go wrong. I think they would absolutely like freak out if you gave them something Natasha Denona. Everybody knows that there's so much hype around those. So if you have a makeup lover in your life, I think you can't go wrong with those 5-pan palettes. The next is the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette. This is another thing that was on my Christmas list. I had a Violet Voss palette. I had the Drenched Metals palette, but I never really used it just because it just didn't appeal to me. So I kind of gave it away. I decluttered it to a friend. But the Holy Grail palette, on the other hand, the colors are like a warm-toned lover's dream. Like if you have a person that you know they wear a lot of like reds and oranges on their eyes, or they don't have a lot of palettes, like maybe they only have 1 or 2 palettes, this is a really, really good one to do. Violet Voss is kind of a cool brand too. The idea of this is to try to give you stuff that's like cool and like hip makeup. So while there are other products that may be like better than this, I'm trying to give you the products that are super hyped, that a lot of people have expressed interest in getting. The cool thing about Violet Voss is now they do sell them at Sephora. I think it's sold out online right now, but I know they're selling it in stores as well. And there's a little locator on the app. So if you are looking for a particular palette, you can go and like look and see if it's in any stores near you. I would definitely recommend the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette. I think it's a really fantastic palette. You get a really good deal for what you're getting. And I've heard it's really, really good. I hope I get it for Christmas. I want it really bad. Okay. Next is the Tarte Blush Palette. This is the one thing that I actually have. So this is the Blush Bliss Blush Palette. There's 2 blush palettes that I would recommend. This one, which you can get at Ulta or Sephora, and this one has 4 blush tones in it. They're really pretty, and the packaging is gorgeous, and this is $34. And then you can also get the one that is $44 that is a circle, and I'll put in a picture, and it has a bunch of like little blushes all around. The only reason I don't necessarily recommend the little circle one is because it has a lot of shimmery blushes in it, which don't appeal to a lot of people. Shimmery blushes are not... You can use them as highlighters, but when you're paying for kind of like that many blushes, it's kind of like excessive. Whereas something like this has just 4 matte blushes. And I feel like people get a lot more use out of something like this. But either one you can't really go wrong with. Tarte blushes are kind of renowned in the beauty community for being the best, for being really fantastic. So I think to be able to buy something Tarte and the blushes and everything, I think you can't really go wrong with that. The next thing I have is the Stila Eye for Elegance palette. Or it's not a palette, it's like a little kit. So this is $45 and you get 6 of the mini Stila glitter things. These, if you're a girl... if the person you are buying for, your girl or your boy, we're inclusive here, if they love glitter, this is like a must. These glitters, I'm wearing it on my eyes today in like the center of my eyes. These glitters are just so fantastic. They're so easy to use, super like just so, because it comes in the doe foot applicator, and something about the formula just makes it super like user friendly. So I would definitely recommend these. And with this, you actually get 6 different colors in like varying shades and tones. And I think for $45, these go for $24 alone. And they are deluxe sizes, so they're a little bit smaller than this. But this has lasted me a very long time, so I'm sure that will. And because you have so many different colors and options, I think that that's a really, really, really good deal. Like 100%. I think that's a fantastic deal. Okay, the final thing I want to recommend. So, I was going to recommend the Violet Voss Holy Grail for people who maybe didn't have as much makeup and were trying to build a collection. This is for somebody who you know has everything already. This is the Kat Von D Satan Sinner palette. The reason I recommend this is not because I think, first of all, Kat Von D shadows are going to be good. I've seen reviews on this palette, and while some people do say it's kind of like so-so, the palette itself, nobody can knock the formula. Like, everyone says the formula is fantastic. And the reason I would recommend this one is because if you have 1,000,002,000 different palettes, the Saint and Sinner palette is very different from any other palette that a makeup lover you know is going to have. It has really electric greens, electric oranges, crazy neutrals. It's not something that everybody has, and it's also a bit of a collector's piece. It is $62, I think, 62 or 65, which is expensive. But again, this is kind of, if you're willing to spend the money. It's kind of a collector's piece for people who have a lot of makeup because the packaging is really beautiful. Her holiday kits tend to be incredibly like very cool. Like, it's cool to have those in your collection. And just because it's such a diverse palette and really interesting and different, I think it's not going to be a repeat of something that somebody you know already has. So I would definitely recommend the Kat Von D Satan Sinner palette. That's another one that was on my list. Mom. I'm talking to my mom, basically, like, hey, buy me this stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hoped it was informative and actually helpful to you guys in your gift buying process. I know buying makeup can seem overwhelming when you know nothing about it, so I thought this video might be a kind of a handy resource just to give you some ideas. Let me know in the comments below, if you're a makeup lover, what makeup you are asking for Christmas and what is on your wish list. And also let me know if you want me to make a wish list video, because I'd be happy to kind of talk about what was on my Christmas list this year. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to be filming a Christmas tutorial tomorrow, so I'm excited to do that, and I can do some Christmas looks for you guys. But thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in a little bit.